This is our first first book club release. Our first book club release, and I am so excited. Like this is the new year for me. This is how I am starting off my new year in 2026 with you. Thank you so very much for subscribing. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for all your likes. And listen, this is the wealth position. And one of the things that's so important about building wealth is structured. Wealth is structured. And that also means that we we're constantly learning, right? We have to constantly stay in a learning mode and reading mode. I promise you, books is something that will put you 30, 40, 10, 20 years ahead of everyone else who's not reading. Books have saved my life. I am Sunday Phillips. And I'm the host of Wealth Positioning. I'm also the host of Becoming Sunday Podcast. I am the founder and CEO of Black Girls Wealth. I am the managing partners of Universal Debt Resolution. And I'm so excited. Let me tell you this real quick. I started this fashion page. It's called Lave Sunday. And this is about the life of Sunday, wellness, wealth, and just becoming, right? And fashion. So it's wellness, it's fashion, wellness, wealth. And I want you to make sure you just go to IG and follow that. It's all about fashion. Over 50 and just enjoying the life. I am a beautiful 56. I want to say that. Like, I am feeling the best ever in my adult life. And I'm so excited. And it's all about the health. It is all about the health. Today I fast. Today we were with our juice bar. We started our private service for 26 with our private clients because we believe and we know that health is connected to everything that we're building. Health is connected to everything that we're building. So if you want to become a private client and you're local in South Florida, send me a message. Send us a DM at Funky Plant Base on IG. Then that's Funky Plant Base, BASED. I'm so excited. I am so excited about our inauguration night for the book club. I even I even fast for this because I am a proponent of learning, that we have to learn. If we want, nothing just happened. Again, wealth is structured. And we have to continue learning. So without further ado, I am going to announce our book club, our first book for the book club. And let me tell you, let me get a sip of this. Hold on, guys. This is a part of our juice. You have to be healthy, so you have to replace the meal with juice. But give me a minute. Oh, that was so good. Can I get one minute? Okay, so if you're ready for the book club release, send me some hearts. If you're ready for me to release our books, please show me some love. Show me some love in the comments if you're ready. Something happened to my microphone. I can't hear myself. Did I just move? I probably went too loud. If you want to, hold on a second, guys. I can't. My book. One second. I got too excited. All right. Can you guys hear me? Something. Okay, there we go. I can hear myself in the mics. There we go. So I got so excited. So are you ready for the book club release? Let me tell you this. Here's the book, right? I'm holding it right here. But I want to tell you this. I'm just like you. I am starting out reading the book with you. We are going to read this book together. We're going to build together. We're going to love together. And we're going to grow together. Without further ado, y'all ready? Are you guys ready? So here is the book club release. This is it. Let me turn it this way so you can see it. 1929, Inside the Greatest Crash in Wall Street History and How It Shattered a Nation. Oh my God. This is, if you don't follow the deal book on at the New York Times, please follow the deal book. And this author is like one of my favorite, like one of my favorite people in the world. Like one of my favorites. Like I never met him, but he's like super smart and he understands the financial history. You can find him on CNBC and the Deal Book. The Deal Book is such an amazing event that happened every year with all the top CEOs, the economists, sports media, and I should be there next year. Here's the book, 1929. Let me tell you something. And remember this, too big to fail? Too big to fail? It's so important that to read and to learn. If we're talking about building wealth, you should know the financial history of it all. And this book is everything. So if you're going to get this book, you know what? Damn, I should have posted my Amazon link. I'm going to do that. I can't do it here, but I need to post my Amazon link so I can get a little commission. So I'm so excited. I am so excited about this book, and I am so excited that we are going to be reading together. Not only is that we're reading together, we're reading what we're building. Very, very important to understand how the market works, the financial history. So when you hear about the central banks, when you hear like today, the market hit an all-time high, right? When you hear about autonomous, when you hear about space, when you hear about the advancing of AI, right? The AI agents. I want you to understand what's behind all this, right? And so that you are a part. And most of us, like this is our first time like learning about the market, right? We're Gen X, like nobody told us. You know, most of us are I can just speak for myself. We're the first gen, the first to go to college. My kids are the first to attend college at HBCU. They're not only attend, they graduated. They went on to higher education, master degrees. My daughter is graduated magna cum laude. And my son, both of them are married. So we are the first to do this, right? With all our messed up, we are the first. And to know about money, to know about the financial history is so important. This is your basis. So you want to learn this, and this way you know it for yourself. And once you understand this for yourself, no one can take that from you. That is the importance of reading. That is the importance of reading, is you get to learn it for yourself. And it takes you all around the world, right? It takes you into different markets that you probably never would have been engaged in. Right? And that is the powerful thing about reading. So I'm so excited. And if you're going to read with me, please let me know in the comments that you're going to be reading with me. And that will make me so excited. And I want you to become a part of our book club. And if you want to become a part of the book club, just say, I'm in. Right? And then we're going to dissect this book together. This is a big, thick book, guys. Because our financial history is really, really very important. Really, really. So let me just read you a little bit. In 1929, the world watched in shock as the unstoppable Wall Street bull market went into a free fall. Wow. Sounds like now that can happen. Wiping out fortunes and igniting a depression that would reshape generations. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And remember, too big to fail? So we can never, this is why history is so important. This is why history and books is so important, because it takes you right there, right? So, and it also prevents you for advocating for something that you don't know about. And it also prevents you from just following the herd. Once you know something, and since we're in this is the Wealth Positioning Podcast, it's very important that you understand the financial history. Can you reimagine how how what kind of money moves you'll make after reading this? Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the conversations that you kind of stayed away from, that you can now be engaged in, that you can actually know what happened in 1929? All this is so important. This is so important because I promise you, what happened in 1929 resonates to us here in 2026. Like I shouldn't say resonate. It affects what's happened in 2026. You can see some of the resemblance, right? And here's what's important. Like when the Federal Reserve like cut rates, right? You see the animal spirits start to come about, right? Animal spirits. That means that everyone wants to get in the market and the market becomes saturated, right? Stocks become overvalued. IPOs. Oh my God. Here's another thing that I'm so excited about. I am so excited about so many IPOs that are happening. And if you notice, here's what's important. Notice the merger and acquisition. So when you see M&E, that's called M&A. Mergers and acquisitions. A lot of mergers and acquisitions are happening in the AI space. Did you see the big announcement yesterday with Nvidia on autonomous on the cars autonomous. I got to get that pronunciation down pat. Autonomous. Yeah. So that means like the self-driving cars. And then we saw today that the investment in SpaceX. So a lot of things are happening. We're coming up to the central banks. Will the central banks raise rates? Are we in a rate cut cycle? The advancing of AI, robotics, all these has to do with the market. Some of these companies are private and some of them are public. Well, even though they're private, there's a new bill called the ACT bill that allows regular investors, right, the retail investors to begin investing in private companies. Before private companies, you couldn't invest in private companies unless you had a certain amount of millions of dollars. But now, with this new bill, even people, retailers can invest in these private companies, because you know what happened when you invest in a private company before they go public, right? That's your homework. If you don't know what happens when you invest in a private company before they go private, if you don't know what happens when you invest into a private company before they go public, that's your assignment, okay? To learn the difference between a private company and a public company. That is your first assignment for 2026 outside of reading the book. All right? So this is our book. This is our book. So now I have to get on Becoming Sunday podcast and let them release the book there. But it's all about wealth positioning. I can't see the comments. I see some comments probably is there, but I can't stop and go back and read it because we are live. But if you have questions, you can leave it there, and then I'll go back and answer your questions that you may have. But I really want you to share this. I really want you, if you're live right now, can you share that Miss Sunday is live on wealth positioning, sharing our new book release? Can you do that? Can you do that for me? Because we want to have everyone elevated this year. And not only this, I don't like to go by like 12 months. I like to operate in quarters. So for the first quarter of 2026, right, for the first 3 months of 2026, because quarters, like we're coming up to a quarter cycle now. And that reminds me, make sure that you are engaged in the World Economic Forum. I want you to be engaged in the World Economic Forum that's going to take place on the 19th through the 23rd, the World Economic Forum. Let me tell you something. I know I talked about this before. You want to be a part of that, and you could go to their website and you can watch it live. It's in Davos, right? Davos, Switzerland. But there is a gathering. There is the most amazing gathering of intellectual CEOs, the bankers. My favorite part is to hear what the banking and the financial industry, their outlook, right? Yes, and science outlook, the climate outlook. It's very, very important. And I promise you, climate change is connected to your economics. Like, it's change is connected to how we're building. I promise you. Because listen, if you look at what's been happening with the hurricanes, with the storms, and the devastation, the economic devastation. We could just talk about home ownership and how much home ownership has increased because of climate change. All this is so interconnected. So be sure to sign up, and they'll send you an alert if you sign up to the annual meeting. So it's a World Economic Forum annual meeting. It takes place in Davos, Switzerland. You do not have to go to Davos, Switzerland. We do not have to go to Davos, Switzerland. Although I wish a jet will pick me up and let me know that I get aboard and be a part of Davos, Switzerland. I would love that. So if you got some connections, please hook me up. This is our book release, and I'm so excited. So here, can you see it? Can you guys see it? I want you to feel it. I want you to feel the excitement and how this is such an amazing book, and we are learning. This is the part of our wealth positioning, reading. Do you know the statistic says that America intellectuals is dumbing down, and we cannot be. That can happen on our watch. Like, we have the AI, the intellectual, that makes us smarter, that allows us to do various things. But our brain, our hippocampus, it's becoming small because we're not reading. We have to continue reading and learning and sharing. All right? Very, 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 very important. So here is the book. What is your assignment? Your assignment is know the difference between a private company, and I'm talking to you, and most of you are so above this, but for those of you who are not, I want you to learn the difference between a private company and a public company. Right? Very, 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 very important. Capital markets is such a part of your wealth positioning. So we're going to, and listen to your sponsors, my bankers, my Robinhood. Listen, this is the podcast that we need your sponsorships, because we need to help make sure these folks are retail investors. Fidelity, hello. Yes, because we need to know about investing, right? Yeah. And these platforms are here. You should know about it. You should learn about it. And this book is so important. And I am so excited. All right, with that said, thank you so very much. Thank you so very, very much. If anyone have any questions at this particular time, you can put it in a comment and I'll read it for 2 minutes. I'm giving you 2 hot minutes to do that. 2 hot minutes to put your comments in there, and I'll answer them while we are live. I need my little nephew here to help me with this, to tell me what questions are in the comments. But since I'm in the podcast studio alone, I'm going to multitask for a second, for 2 whole minutes, and I'm holding up the best book of our lifetime in regarding the financial history, and I'm so excited about this book. I am so excited about this book. Let's see what the first chapter. Oh, my God. So I'm picking this up with you. Many people know 1929 as the year of the stock market crash, the event that triggered the Great Depression and shattered a generation. But what led to it and what followed is a far more intricate, complex drama, one that that is misunderstood or unknown at its core, and is deeply a human story. My God, my God, my God. Yes, yes. After writing too big, and this is from the author note. After writing Too Big to Fail